It's a special edition of Future Phenoms. As we focus in on girls' sports today, we tell you about a jewel of a basketball player in Georgia. We'll also meet a Chicago area star who hopes to rise above the competition. We'll also catch up with an Olympic gold medalist and introduce you to another young star who hopes to be one. That's all coming up next. Hello, everybody. I'm your host, Pat Summerall. You're tuned into the finest half hour in high school sports. Today, we're showcasing some of the best female athletes in America. We'll begin with one of America's youngest Golden Girls. Every time the Olympics come around, relative unknowns become household names with breakthrough performances. At London 2012, few names exploded onto the scene like 17-year-old Missy Franklin. The high school senior is now one of the new faces of American swimming. After capturing 5 medals, 4 of them gold. That includes her individual golds in the 100 and 200-meter backstroke. It was a dream come true for the Denver native, who is now a celebrity not only in her hometown, but everywhere she goes. While few people could have predicted 4 golds in her Olympic debut, those who know Franklin can't be too shocked by her success. When we first met her as a 15-year-old in 2010, she already had her eyes on London.
London 2012 is my biggest goal, and whether I get there or not, it's still just, it means everything to me, and just being able to get there or get even close to it will be absolutely incredible.
When she was 4 or 5 in kindergarten, she was doing little paintings with the 5 Olympic rings and her swimming in the water. You know, like someday. So like, she's probably instilled in our minds that this is a lifetime goal since she's been a baby.
Franklin was picked out as a star at an early age, and she was on the cover of Swimming World magazine when she was 14. By that time, she was traveling around the world competing against some of the biggest names in American swimming. Missy's parents, however, saw her potential as a swimmer even earlier than that.
I think the first time she was in the water was at 3 months of age, and it was in the ocean, Atlantic Ocean with Dick, and she was giggling, laughing. This cold water was splashing up against her, no problem at all. And then I guess when she was, it was under 3, we got her into some lessons because every time she was near the water, she started crawling toward it.
Franklin was blessed with an ideal frame for swimming, as she stands at 6'1", with a 6'4" wingspan. Size like that makes getting from start to finish a little bit easier.
Well, being tall really helps. I mean, there's still an incredible amount of swimmers who aren't as tall as I am, but being tall just really helps because, I mean, you get more with your stroke, and I mean, pretty much if you look around, almost all of the Olympic swimmers are 6 feet and above.
Competing internationally in her early teens meant that Missy was regularly one of the youngest swimmers in the pool. But she never let that intimidate her. Her outgoing personality and confidence allowed her to be successful then and again in London.
When you get in the pool, it doesn't matter what age you are. I mean, it doesn't matter that the person next to you has had 3 more years of training than you, or that the person on the other side of you has had 2 years less training than you. I mean, your age really has no matter whatsoever, so I can't think of it that way, that I'm younger than my competitors. I have to think that I'm the exact same as my competitors, and it's really about how we train in the pool.
One thing people in Denver and around the world admired about Franklin was her loyalty to her high school team, as she still competed at Regis Jesuit when she could have moved away to find better training or simply turn pro. Now that she's an Olympic gold medalist, though, her talent far exceeds anyone competing at the high school level. Franklin is still deciding whether or not she'll compete as a high school senior. She's also considering swimming in college before turning pro. Whatever she decides, her talent and newfound stardom are undeniable, and she'll almost certainly be back for more Olympic glory in 2016 and beyond. Let's head to the basketball court now for another young star with experience competing internationally. Chicago native Lene Harper is not only the best player in the city, but she is also one of the best in the nation. She attends Whitney Young High School, and she led her team to a perfect 34-0 record and a state title last year. She has also taken her game internationally. She's played for the USA Women's Under-16 and Under-17 national teams, where she's earned valuable experience playing with some of the country's best players. Look for more on Lene in a future episode. In this week's Toyota Top 5, she checks into number 4 on our list of America's top high school girls basketball players. Here's the rest of our top 5. We'll take our first break, but come right back to meet a basketball star with Major League bloodline. That's next.
In honor of Breast Cancer Awareness Month, Future Phenom salutes female athletes everywhere. Do your part to raise awareness and funds to help prevent, diagnose, treat, and cure.
Attention, if you have a hip replacement, listen carefully.
If you have a DePuy or any other brand of metal-on-metal hip replacement and it's been removed or it's causing you problems, call the Goldwater Law Firm right now.
Certain hip implants can fail, causing you severe pain. Sometimes the hip implants need to be replaced entirely. Call us right now. You may be entitled to compensation.
Call 800-892-1924. That's 800-892-1924.
A friend told me about Gazelle.com.
They paid me cash for my used iPhone.
Cash I used to get a new one.
I can't believe how simple it was.
I was surprised how much I got.
They even bought my broken iPhone.
And they paid the shipping too.
I got paid fast.
Couldn't have been easier.
So what's your iPhone worth?
What's your iPhone worth?
What's your iPhone worth?
Find out now at Gazelle.
That's Gazelle.com.
Future Phenoms is brought to you by Toyota. Visit your local Toyota dealer for great deals today or log on to www.buyatoyota.com.
Welcome back, and let's head to the Southeast. Atlanta is the capital city of Georgia, and in many ways the capital city of basketball. The Peachtree City is hometown for NBA stars like Dwight Howard and Josh Smith. But while the guys get all the attention, Atlanta is quietly becoming a hot spot for the top girls players as well. Maya Moore graduated from Collins Hill High School in 2007. And now the best player since Moore is bursting onto the ATL scene. State championships? She's got them. Impressive scoring numbers? She has those too. A great lineage? Check. Hard work ethic? That too. In fact, if you made a list of everything the great players must have, Diamond DeShields has every single one.
Well, Diamond has, she's a complete athlete. She can fly. She does everything that you want her to do.
Before we get to her game, let's focus on the name. DeShields should be a familiar surname to all you baseball fans. After all, her father, Delino DeShields, played 13 seasons in the big league. And her brother, Delino Jr., is one of the top prospects in the Houston Astros organization. To nobody's surprise, she started off playing baseball before moving to hoops.
I honestly don't know why I started playing, because growing up, I always was around baseball. My dad played baseball, my brother. play baseball. Actually, at one point growing up, I just wanted to play baseball with my brother.
She'll be the first to tell you, and the thing that I love about her is, as well as her brother, is that they don't rest on that. They really don't. They don't rest on, okay, I'm with the Shields. My mom was All-American. My dad played, but they don't rest on it. They go out there and work hard every day. She's putting up 500 shots. She's doing her, you know, whatever it is, and then on top of that, she's a great kid.
She has an older brother that's very good. Her mother was an All-American track star at Tennessee. Her dad, you know, he has the pro thing, but in the family, among those kids, Diamond has kind of been the one who wants to make sure everybody's okay. Her family is definitely, I mean, you know, the bar's set high, but I think Diamond's going to outshine them all.
Through her first 3 years of high school, Diamond has put together an amazing resume. She may be the closest thing we've seen to Maya Moore. In fact, DeShields' coach at Norcross also happened to be Moore's high school coach. So the comparisons do run deep.
Maya Moore is probably the most complete human being I've ever met. And Diamond, athletically, I think could be comparable. I think she's working toward that goal emotionally and mentally. She's got some things to do to be a Maya Moore.
People say this could be the next Maya Moore or Candace Parker, and then it kind of bothers me when people tell me, they say like she's better than Maya. Like, I just be like, no, like Maya is great. Maya is greatness. Like, you cannot top that. Like, she will be Maya and I will be Diamond.
DeShields has just about done it all on the court, except for one little thing. She's dunked in practice before, and now she's determined to throw it down in a real game.
Since I was like little. And I used to dunk on like 8 feet goals. Like, I'm about to be dunking, but it's like either way it's 2 points. I'm not too focused on it, but I want to do it.
And if you know anything about Diamond DeShields, she can do anything she puts her mind to. Let's head to the Midwest. From Lisa Leslie to Candace Parker to Brittney Griner, dunking is becoming more and more prevalent in the women's game. One rising star in the next generation of female dunkers can be found in Illinois. Amber McClin is a star at Lincoln Park High School. The 6'4" junior amazed her classmates in the 7th grade when she threw down her first jam.
At first, everybody was going crazy. It was like videos on YouTube I didn't know about, 2 videos now on YouTube that I didn't know about.
While she's been able to put on a show in pregame layup lines, her next goal is to pull off a dunk in the game.
I've been trying, that's like really a goal this year for me to do. I would really like to do that.
Amber will be the first to tell you, though, that it will take more than dunking for her to be a success at the next level. While colleges are already trying to get her attention, she's not letting that get into her head.
You don't want your head to get too big because there's always stuff you can learn about the game. And so when you see all those letters, it's just reminding you to just do better and do better. The more you do better, the more letters you can get.
Amber looks up to Baylor's Brittney Griner, who has become a dominant force in women's basketball. She strives to be that type of impact player when she gets to college.
I found out about Brittney Griner when I was in 8th grade, and so I watched one of her games, and she is an amazing dunker, and she blocks shots from like anywhere, from anybody, and like I kind of want to be like that type of shot blocker, but I want to up it to more athletic.
Don't be surprised if Amber makes the transition from YouTube sensation to college basketball star in the near future. We'll take another break, but coming up next, we'll head to Colorado to meet a rising volleyball star with big dreams.
Attention, if you have a hip replacement, listen carefully.
If you have a DePuy or any other brand of metal-on-metal hip replacement and it's been removed or it's causing you problems, call the Goldwater Law Firm right now.
Certain hip implants can fail, causing you severe pain. Sometimes the hip implants need to be replaced entirely. Call us right now. You may be entitled to compensation.
Call 800-892-1924. That's 800-892-1924.
A friend told me about Gazelle.com.
They paid me cash for my used iPhone.
Cash I used to get a new one.
I can't believe how simple it was.
I was surprised how much I got.
They even bought my broken iPhone.
And they paid the shipping too.
I got paid fast.
Couldn't have been easier.
So what's your iPhone worth?
What's your iPhone worth?
What's your iPhone worth?
Find out now at Gazelle.
That's Gazelle.com.
Jim is 38, mortgage, married, 3 great kids. He wants to protect his family with a $500,000 term life insurance policy. What do you think it'll cost him? $100 a month? 60? 40? Actually, none of the above. Jim can get a $500,000 policy from a highly rated insurer for under $19 a month. His secret? SelectQuote. SelectQuote is impartial. They'll comparison shop the pick of insurance companies like these to give you a choice of your best prices. SelectQuote has great savings on term life for women, too. Jim's wife, Deidre, can get a $500,000 policy for under $16 a month. SelectQuote has helped make term life insurance affordable for hundreds of thousands of people since 1985. How about you? Just call this number or go to SelectQuote.com. SelectQuote. We shop, you save.
Future Phenoms is brought to you by American Family Insurance. Your dream is out there. Go get it. We'll protect it.
High school stars dream of playing in one of the nation's top all-star games. Every week we feature one student athlete who is working to get to the game. Here's this week's featured player.
Get to the game, powered by American Family Insurance. Taquan Mizell, All-American running back, had to prove himself early in his high school career.
We looked at him as a freshman, and he actually played junior varsity because he wasn't quite big enough to play varsity. We used him as a tackling dummy.
They'll always use me, let them get ready to tackle in open field, and none of them could tackle me.
We called him Smoke, and he was given that nickname as a freshman because he was as hard to tackle as it is to catch smoke in your hand.
The most important thing in Taquan's life isn't football, it's his family.
Taquan has a terrific relationship with his family. The one thing that I'm proud of is that he loves his mother.
I'm a single parent, and he sees that I struggles trying to raise him and his sister, so that motivates him.
My mom always told me was, if you can believe, you can achieve, and I think about that statement almost every day.
His mother helps protect his dreams and keep him on the right track.
I keep him going in the right direction and make sure he stay out of trouble, keep his grade point average up, come home, do his homework.
He has a whole lot of respect for his mom and what she's gone through for him, and I think that he wants to do that in return.
I can't get sidetracked about other people, you know, doing the wrong things. If I want to achieve all my goals, I definitely got to make the right decisions.
Taquan has some big dreams and a plan to get there.
My mission when I graduate high school, do great in college, and then hopefully later on make it to the NFL, and I want to take care of my family.
Just having that resiliency and having that will to succeed goes a long way for him.
Nothing's just going to come to you. You just got to work hard for it.
To see more great videos and enter for a chance to win an incredible football experience in New Orleans, go to amfam.com/gettothegame.
Welcome back, and let's head to the Rocky Mountain region, where national correspondent Joe McCann introduces us to one of the nation's rising volleyball stars.
Somewhere between Denver and Colorado Springs, you'll find the town of Monument, Colorado. There you'll find a young athlete with lofty goals, but the talent and the height to reach them. At 6'5", Claire Felix towers over much of her competition. But there's more to Claire than just her height. Another reason she's been successful is her great footwork, a skill she developed while pursuing her first love, dancing.
My hand-eye coordination is really strong. I really owe that all to ballet. All the dancing for so long just really helped me with my footwork, my balance especially, and my hand-eye really helped.
Part of what we did
was purposely put her into the dance activities so that she could learn how to move her body as she grew, as she developed. And so that's part of, I think, the foundation for what's made her so successful as a volleyball player. She did exceptionally well at dance, but unfortunately the stresses on her body were kind of great because she was growing at the same time.
I did ballet, tap, and jazz in great shape, incredible shape for a little kid. And then when I just started growing, I knew I had to pick a sport where, one, height was okay, and I could really find a passion for it.
As Claire literally outgrew dancing, she eventually found her way here to ACES, home of the Colorado Juniors Volleyball Club. But the place where the juniors coaches first noticed her, of all places, a supermarket.
Actually, one of our coaches was a middle school teacher at her middle school, 5th grade, I want to say, or 4th grade. And she said, and one of our former alumni who was 6 feet tall, and she said, there's a girl taller than me in our school. Whatever, right? So then we started to stalk her, literally almost, because taller is better. And found her in a grocery store one day.
They see us in the supermarket and they said, we're Bill and Judy Peer, you're gonna come play for volleyball for us. And I said, okay.
That was the beginning of what has now become an 8-year relationship between Claire and the Colorado Juniors. The skills she developed there helped her make an immediate impact at the high school level. She earned a starting spot at the Classical Academy in Colorado Springs as a freshman and was the 3A State Player of the Year as a sophomore. She continued to play well as a junior, but also began trying her hand at coaching. She was not only in charge of the developmental teams at Colorado Juniors, but she also got to coach the boys team at her high school.
They didn't necessarily like that idea at first. I mean, I'm friends with a lot of them, but they had a hard time calling me coach. But in the end, we really had a great time. We ended up clicking. They ended up really starting to listen to me.
Claire's boys team actually upset the top seed at the state tournament on their way to a surprising second-place finish. It's just the latest taste of success for Claire, who continues to set bigger goals for herself. She's committed to one of the nation's top volleyball programs in UCLA, and she's looking forward to her college career and beyond.
Going to UCLA, I obviously want to win 4 national championships while I'm there. That's my goal. I will do anything to complete that goal. There's no standard I can set that I don't want to go beyond. I want to play volleyball for as long as I can. I'd like to play professionally in Europe when I get done with school. And then I'd like to come back and try out for the national team and hopefully make the Olympic team.
As lofty as those dreams may seem, those who know Claire best would not be surprised if she reaches those goals.
It's really hard, and it's timing and luck and staying healthy, and there's so many factors that you don't control. The things that you do control, she has though. She has the drive, she has the size, and size is a part of it.
She's very humble, and she strives to be the absolute best she can be. For many, college is the end of their career. For Claire, as long as her body holds up and her attitudes hold up, college is just another step up the ladder to where she really wants to be.
In Monument, Colorado, I'm Joe McCann.
Thank you, Joe. Now let's transition over to football and check out this week's top 10. One of the rising teams in our rankings has been Trinity High School out of Louisville, Kentucky. The Shamrocks have played a challenging schedule that has included several out-of-state schools. Trinity is led by star wide receiver James Quick, who has an appropriate last name with his blinding speed. But he's just one part of a talented team that is unbeaten this year and has now won 31 consecutive games. They remain in our top 10 for another week. Here's a look at the rest of the rankings. We'll take our last break. When we get back, we'll check the mailbag for the latest viewer submission.
Jim is 38, mortgage, married, 3 great kids. He wants to protect his family with a $500,000 term life insurance policy. What do you think it'll cost him? $100 a month? 60? 40? Actually, none of the above. Jim can get a $500,000 policy from a highly rated insurer for under $19 a month. His secret? SelectQuote. SelectQuote is impartial. They'll comparison shop the pick of insurance companies like these to give you a choice of your best prices. SelectQuote has great savings on term life for women, too. Jim's wife, Deidre, can get a $500,000 policy for under $16 a month. SelectQuote has helped make term life insurance affordable for hundreds of thousands of people since 1985. How about you? Just call this number or go to SelectQuote.com. SelectQuote. We shop, you save.
Future Phenoms is brought to you by Toyota. Visit your local Toyota dealer for great deals today or log on to www.buyatoyota.com.
Now it's time for part of the show reserved for you, the viewers. This week we heard from McQuan Hunt in Jacksonville, Florida. Hunt is 6'5" shooting guard who is starting to get some college interest. The senior averaged 17 points and 11 rebounds per game last year, and he's looking forward to a big senior year before taking his game to the next level. Do you want to be part of the show? Send us a DVD. The address is 3575 Lone Star Circle, Suite 116, Fort Worth, Texas, 76177. That's all for today's show. For everyone who's been a part of this one, I'm your host, Pat Summerall. We'll see you next time.
Future Phenoms is brought to you in part by...
We all have dreams, but dreams, well, they don't come easy. That's why I put in these hours. Pick up those late night shifts. I know my hard work will pay off. Because I dream of sending my kids to college.